Today's Monday, it's the 24th of March, it's 2025, and as you can see we're down in Palmanova, and there's the Palmanova heart right behind us. It's 5 o'clock, nearly 6 o'clock in the afternoon, but the sun's shining, so we've come out to make the best of it. It's been a really cloudy and rainy day this morning anyway, brightened up this afternoon, and you can still see the clouds in the distance, those cumulus nimbus even, thunder clouds, but we haven't actually heard any thunder. And we're down in Palmanova and there's people swimming in the sea. Oh, they must be hardy folk.
Swedish.
And look, all the parasols are out now down here. Sunbeds are out. There's a couple on the beach down there. They've already got the sunbeds out, but they brought their own sunbeds, so don't need to use one of the ones that's lining up. There's no lifeguards on duty yet, but the decking's out to get you down there. And Calvia, the area that look after this area, this is Calvia, they did say last year that it was going to be March to November. Well, it's March and the parasols are out and the season's getting sorted, getting ready. It feels very early and it actually still is quite cold. So we're not really ready in terms of the temperature yet. And that'll soon change. I was looking at one of our videos from March a couple of years ago and I was walking around in my shirt sleeves. Well, today I've got my thick gilet on.
My gloves on.
And it's just all wrapped up. Gloves, scarf, coat.
Ready for England.
She's getting prepared to go to England. More places opening across the road. I can see now La Cantina, which wasn't open, is now open, as is Top Frutti, the ice cream place, and My Tapas. They're all owned by someone we know, Simon. This is Azur. Strangely enough, they're closed. Maybe the weather's probably put them off. It was absolutely tipping it down earlier on today. And places like this obviously don't do very well when it's pouring down, so they might have just said, forget it. We'll call it a day. All the tables and chairs are out, and when the weather picks up, and it'll be open again. There's some lovely smells coming from the restaurants across the road. Oh, naughty. Not everywhere open yet though. So going on from My Tapas, the Saffron's always been open, Thai Beach. That's be open.
So they must be open.
Which one?
Portugal.
Well, that was the one I was thinking wasn't open, but it looks as though the Portugal is open. They're nearly finished doing the pavement. The Portugal is open. Good news. One next to it, is that the Petit Bistro, or what's it called? Oh, it's called something else now. What is it? The Bistronomic. That one's not open. Well, I'm inside the port of call and there's a reservation here on the 1st of July for 2 people for Derek, and it's a 20th wedding anniversary. Well, this is the port of call, wonderful restaurant here, run by Max. He'll be looking after you, and we hope you have a wonderful wedding anniversary. So Derek and Georgina, this is the port of call. This is where you booked in for your 20th wedding anniversary dinner, and hope you have a wonderful time. I'm sure Max will look out for you. And well, they've been doing some work on the pavement here. That's almost finished. They've just got a little bit here, maybe a day or two's work to do, and all of that will be done. But well, we might even see you. We might be around July. We might be. I'm not sure what we're doing. We haven't thought that far ahead yet. Seems the distant future. Anyway, we're going to cross over. carry on our little walk. There's the Palmanova beehive. So Max was saying they haven't actually been doing any work for the past few days, but obviously we've just had the weekend, and today the weather this morning was not really suitable, so hopefully in the next day or two they'll be along and they'll be finishing off the road there. And considering the storms that we've had, the sea is looking very calm again. We were in Calvia yesterday and they were having a surfing competition. The waves were so big. We missed it, of course, because we got there just as they finished. Because there doesn't seem to be any way of finding out exactly what's going on. There's no good what's on. And I know people will say, well, why don't you start one? Well, where'd you get the initial information? And it would take a lot of work to keep it running, but it's an opportunity for someone. A good, up-to-date, what's on website, one place to stop where people could post what's going on. Just have a calendar. Not rocket science, is it? There's a toilet there. It doesn't seem to be open. It should be open. If not, that will be open soon. That's a public toilet and it's free when it's open. Not much use if it isn't open, is it? And this is Sea Rose. Sea Rose is open. They've got the terrace outside and the restaurant inside. Just look at that beach. Had a good wash earlier this morning with the torrential rain that came down. We went over to pick the girls up from school in Majorca, so we were right over that way. And some really dark clouds. You see our video of Portugal we did this morning. It was black, the sky was black in places. Luckily while we were in Portugal it didn't rain, but as we left Portugal to go to Majorca, the heavens certainly did open and it poured down. And it's one of those when you really have to slow down as you're driving along because your windscreen wipers can't keep up with it. Just running up the steps here, and great news again, no graffiti. I like to be able to say that. That was one of those birds. What did you say that was?
Egret.
Egret, yeah.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Just looking for fish, I think, or something else. Carry on round.
Here.
We have seen some caterpillars along this way. It's now getting close to the end of the caterpillar season. Usually in March they start finishing. But it's always wise just to keep your eyes open, especially if you've got young children. They're very tempted to, or animals, but you're unlikely to have animals on holiday, but young children might fiddle with them, and that is particularly dangerous. So, got plenty of water over there, we've got plenty of water here. Look, this is due to the rain that we had today. Little doggy beach. It's a really good place here to see the strata, the layers of rock. And it's so clear that just to show people, children particularly, how these rocks were laid down millions of years ago. It's all sedimentary rock. These are remains of creatures that lived millions and millions of years ago. So all of that was buried deep under the sea, and at a completely different angle it would be flat. It's now got lifted up, bent, twisted, broken and exposed, and the layers just some seasonal sort of aspect to it, or happened over different eras. There's one sticking out with lots and lots of layers in it. As the little walkway, it'll take you down to the bottom, and that's where the boats will pick you up and take you out on your trips. There's last year's post. I don't know if that's going to stay the same, but gives you an idea of what it is and what time it is. Sun will be going down soon, but it's very bright at the moment. Just run down these steps. And now we're at the bottom. You see there's a new flag. Looks a water sport flag, paddleboard or stand-up paddle, not sure what that is. One with a motor on by the looks of things. And there are loads of volleyball nets, so I'm guessing there's a competition coming up. And that would usually coincide with Angela coming. Quite often when she's here there's a volleyball competition. Except she's coming a bit later I think this year, or perhaps in May.
No, end of April.
End of April, is it? We got the area all fenced off now. Netted off.
Much better at the steps now, aren't you, darling?
I'm getting better at the steps, yes. McDonald's. Well, it's not open, but all the windows are looking nice and clean, and everything looks shipshape. So certainly the main part of the hotel there, this part over here, which is the pizza and cocktails, that's still got the whitewash. The main door's still got the whitewash on, so we've got a bit of a wait on that one. But there are lots and lots of hotels now that have opened up. And we're just coming up to the Reverence Mar, just on the right hand side down here, and the Reverence Mar is already open, I believe. So quite a few places opened last weekend, so they're sort of opening a good few weeks earlier than usual. And it's only 15 degrees, that's what the
Less than that.
pharmacy across there says 15 degrees, but there's a little bit of a breeze. Still quite a few Spanish pensioners on their immerso trips. And here we can see lots and lots of parasols already up.
Last year they weren't out till probably like June, weren't they?
They left it really late last year, really messed it up. But the parasols, some of them are up, the parasol poles are all in place, and so it's all ready to go. So where we're walking it's actually dry, but there's lots of puddles lying around because of the rain that came this morning. Getting lots and lots of lovely comments, people watching the videos, and it's really nice to read them at the moment. I'm just struggling to keep up.
I read them.
Anita reads them as well, and she replies to one or two.
I like them.
the Reverence Mar Hotel across the road there, and that is open now. And Il Chiringo on the beach over there is open again. Did close for a week or two, I think, and now it's back open. So, very important tourist information office, which we'll be needing to go to. That's where we get our certificates so that we get our discount to go to the mainland. Although there's been a bit of concern that that might get stopped. The discount, I don't know, the government said they might not be able to afford it or something, I don't know. Okay, that's Paradise Beach.
We got our European health cards quite easily, didn't we?
Yeah, the EHIC, European Health Card. You just apply for it online, and we got it within about 2 or 3 days. I think it just came through the post. Very, very simple, very straightforward. Because if you're from the UK, there's a different sort of card, because it's not in the European Union anymore. There's a different card which you can get, which is supposed to cover you for medical emergencies. And that's what we're interested in, really, is medical emergencies while we're not here in Mallorca. Of course, it doesn't take the place of having proper insurance. I must say I'm not a great believer in insurance. This has had a bit of a change around, or a bit of something different here. I think the toilets have moved. Yeah, that's all different, so I guess they're going to be the toilets that are not open yet, and this is going to be the first aid post, which also isn't open yet. On the door it says May. Sorry, it says May. Obviously a long way off that. But what we do have here is the Zell. This is the Melia Zell Hotel, along with Rafa Nadal, and that now is open as well. This one used to be the Calablanca, with its B for Besso Beach. And the what's that? The Zell concept, the Rafa Nadal Besso Beach Zell concept, has actually spread its wings a little bit and just opened one. Why did I say they'd opened it? Not Haiti, the island that's joined to it, the part of the island that's joined to it. No. It will come to Dominican Republic. There we go. So the Dominican Republic now has one of these Zell hotels, part of the Melia group as well. This has actually changed in the last few days, and the one what was being worked on was the Rogers. Here they were having a new floor put in. That's all now more or less finished. Probably just got a little bit of finishing off to do before they will be opening up, and I guess that's not going to be too far away. Barbuda.
We're here with Angela, won't we?
I think we probably will, yeah. They're just getting themselves sorted, inventoried before they open, so they're on the verge of it, as probably Diana Beach Club. Yeah. It's like the rebirth, isn't it? It's all coming together again. And this end of the island, another area where you can get your pedaloos and your kayaks and all that sort of thing. That's where these will be hired. And you can see there they've put some lockers here so you can lock your things safely away while you go on a pedalo. Don't want to be dropping your phone in the sea, do you? Thought of it. It's one of the things I noticed about Ryanair. We use Ryanair quite a lot, and I know people give it a lot of stick. If you stick to their rules, they're fine. You just have to make sure you stick to their rules, and if you break the rules, then you pay the price. One of the rules which is going to be different from not this summer but probably in the autumn is that they're going to insist upon using a digital boarding pass, so you won't be able to present a paper one. I can't really see what the difference with a paper QR code and a QR code on a phone is, but that's what they say anyway. So probably you're going to get yourself a smartphone if you haven't already got one, but I would imagine most people do. At least one in the group will have one, and probably the youngest teenager. This is the Santa Lucia. This is where Shauna and Claire will be coming over in, I think, July. They're coming. Shauna's on a countdown, and she's looking forward to doing the aqua aerobics. Yep, it's open now, so you should see signs. People here as we go around. One or two people maybe. Probably nobody's sitting on there because the seats have still got puddles of water in them because of the rain that they had.
Seems a lot calmer now though, isn't it?
It is just so different.
Somebody on the balcony.
That's the Santa Lucia. Long shadows now as the sun goes down. I think Anita's stopping for a photo. I think that's what it is.
Pardon?
That's the photos taken. Remember the old barbecue restaurant? That's all being remodelled and still undergoing a little bit of work on that, so that's going to be a while before that's finished. And it's going to be renamed Turtle Beach. So look forward to seeing how that's all going to turn out. There's the ice cream, it's been moved there. I don't know if that's a permanent move or a temporary move. The doors and windows there have been closed up, and there's a little bit of construction work going on inside there. It's going to be interesting, that one. There's a bin there that says Bar Orion. That brings back memories, because that's what Majorca was, I think. The Baleares Nova apartments. Somebody wrote to me today saying they're going to be staying there later on this year. Just to remind you, it is a Monday evening, and it's 20 past 6 now in the evening. And a reminder that the hour changes this coming weekend, so Saturday night, Sunday morning, we're going to lose an hour. Springs forward, the clocks will go forward an hour. But one of the nice things about that is that the evenings tend to be brighter and lighter, and it's much more pleasant to go out for a walk. 7 o'clock and it's still light. Just going past the San Matias, this is where Claire and Sean were last year, and they decided they'd go back to the Santa Lucia.
It was really busy last time we came, wasn't it?
Yeah, and someone said, well, that's obvious because it's the only place that's open pretty much on the seafront, and it was a weekend, I think, and they're going to be busy at the weekends. But it's not a weekend, and they've still got plenty of people having an early supper or just having a drink.
Trees have been all nicely cut, haven't they?
They have, yeah. We had someone in to look at our trees. We've got 2 trees. We've got an orange tree and a lemon tree. We did have a lime tree, but I managed to kill that one, I think. Less said about that, the better. But the orange and the lemon are doing extremely well. But they're getting a bit straggly and a bit too tall, particularly the orange tree. So came to have a look at it and said it's probably a bit early to do the pruning at the moment, and they're going to wait another month or 2 and they'll come back and get those sorted for us. These are the San Matias apartments. I think the gardens are actually quite well kept, and they've obviously got a prime position overlooking the beach here. Oh, there's a young lady about to take a dip, I think. There's a Continental, and just up there, the road that takes you to Magaluf, and this canyon goes up into Palmanova. Some of these will be opening before the weekend, because starting this weekend, I'm not sure whether it's Thursday or Friday, is the it's the kitchens. It's where well, in Calvia during this time, the beginning of the season, they have a couple of weeks when restaurants can show off their speciality dishes, and certainly one that I saw that was going to be doing it is the new Calvia beach here.
Oh, are they?
Yeah. But their menu looked very expensive compared with everybody else's. Oh, we might not be here. Calvia Beach House. It is really good, and for that special occasion. Not open yet, but they must be opening later on this week. And it's in different parts of Calvia, so I think they may be starting, not here, maybe starting down in Ilietas, bending out Portals and House, that area first, and they'll get on to Palmanova later on, and then into Baleares. So there's lots of different choices. It's a set menu. You don't have any choice. Well, that's not quite true. There is a small choice on some of the menus. And I think you may have to. Well, I think the drinks might be included on most of them. At least a drink. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to be here to take part in it. Good to see that the showers are working already. If you've been for a swim, I certainly want to get the salt off me. Wash the sand off your feet. This is opening on the 4th of April. Which is just like a week away, isn't it? Next week. Just over a week. Tables are out at the sports lounge bar. And they're opening Mondays and Tuesdays from 6 o'clock, so they're not quite open yet because it's only 6:30 it should be. The old Hawaii swimming pool is now Leonardo's.
Ready for another football match tonight.
Who's playing tonight, dear?
England.
England, oh right.
Against Latvia.
Latvia. Well, we watched the Spanish match last night, Spain versus Holland, and well, I mean Spain won, but I don't know. Some of it, I mean, some of their play is fantastic, but a lot of it was just boring, passing the ball around. We're going to be having lunch with Monroe on Wednesday, and Adolfo, both keen aficionados of football. Well, it'll be interesting to see what Monroe says about the Spanish game, and Adolfo as well. But I don't think either team did that well. And when it came to penalties, Yamal, who's the young lad, he missed one, but he did score one earlier on, so made up for it. And yep, Ricky plays for Kosovo, and he scored a hat-trick. So we're just hoping that when he comes back to Mallorca, he can start to repeat that feat. And my issue really is that he doesn't get the service. He's not getting the balls passed to him to make the goals. Anyway, yes, so Yamal missed one of the penalties after it had gone to extra time. But then Holland managed to miss 2 penalties, so it was... Well,
the keeper saved him today.
Goalkeepers, some of the goalkeeping saves were fantastic.
The birds. Can't see them, but you can
Can't
hear
see them, but there are lots of birds in the trees you can hear.
Here we saw lots of sea urchins, wasn't it? Look, tons of sea urchins down there.
I'm not sure they'll come out very well on the... Yeah, there are lots of sea urchins down there.
Beautiful, isn't it?
It is beautiful. Out of the sun a little bit. So this is the Leonardo Hotel. It's Siobhan was staying. And this is their pool down here, and I think there's another one up there.
Careful.
Trip hazards. That's where they'll put the parasols later on. Now you can see how bright the sun is.
Very bright.
Not be long now, it's just after 6:30. The sun goes down below and it'll start to feel a bit cooler and it'll go dark very quickly. One thing I do seem to think here is that it does go dark quickly, but it remains bright longer.
This didn't used to be as good as this, did it? It used to be a lot more.
I think they've painted it, haven't they? It's yeah, it needed a bit of painting. They painted part of it and then they didn't paint the rest of it. They're a bit bouncy, aren't they? I always find it strange when I'm walking along here. I should stay near the screw holes because it's a bit more solid there. Oh, I've got just sun just gone behind the trees there. That's better. Still working on the hotel here, the Comodoro Playa.
The olive tree will be open soon as well.
Looks like it. They've got the tables and chairs out. I'm guessing they're going to open next week. Origin has been open. I'm not sure whether it's open now. It has been open. ¿Quieres ayuda? Take the photograph there. A bit silhouetted, unfortunately. Yeah, flash.
Per una settimana.
Voglio dire, in mezzo alla strada non lo voglio fare.
Ne parliamo. Per una settimana abbiamo il nostro prossimo
And now we're out of the sun, it's a little bit cooler. Yeah. These are still all wrapped up like it's the middle of winter. Just wait till you get to England.
I was in England in January, darling. Like that. No, we won't go.
I didn't. Oh, really don't like the cold. I think hopefully when we go it'll be April and it'll be a bit warmer. did see someone as we walked past the steakhouse over there inside, and it looked as though it might have been coming back to life, but nothing on this side at the moment, nothing changed. So keep our eye on that one. Table tennis players have given up.
Where they got the bats and balls from? Yourself?
I don't know, maybe.
It's really nice and flat to walk here, isn't it?
I think that's one of the beauties of it, as far as I'm concerned, is that it's all very flat. And you can walk for as far as you want, really. If you wanted to walk into Magaluf, there's not really any hills there. You can keep on the flat. If you want a hill, you can go up into Torrenova. And then we're actually surrounded by hills. So we'll go on the road on the way back, just down here. Does seem strange not having the ice cream there. I'm not sure whether that's going to be moved permanently or temporarily. It was really a good position there where people could see it. It's a little bit hidden where it is at the moment. So, again, it's a wait and see job. Is the F&C barbecue. Now it's going to be Turtle Beach, and well, we can actually see inside now. And yeah, there's quite a bit of work to do. The barbecue's gone. Three Brothers is open, and Iroko is now open. There's the Santa Lucia.
On the equipment there, darling, if you want to go.
It's just, it always gets me at the wrong time.
Why is it wrong?
I've already done a long walk. And just behind all this park area is the Sol Palmanova 1 and Sol Palmanova 2. And we did notice that one of the two, one or two, was actually open last time we drove past. Jim, here's Monroe's and it's not open, but the good news is Taylor's is open, and so is Gelasius. Monroe's and Taylor's.
Tennis on.
You want a drink?
Shall we?
Yeah, why not? Well, we've stopped off at Taylor's and Anita's on the Aperol, as you might expect, and I've decided I'm having another beer. So, cheers. It's a bit noisy in here. Anyway, I'm sure we're going to have a nice drink. Well, I don't know whether we're going to have to finish the video here. We just had a nice drink in Taylor's. My battery's about to run out.
Nice.
And it's going dark, but really nice drink. And well, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.
And we're going home to watch the football, so